Hello, I'm Joanne Hewins from LoveToCreate.typepad.com. Today I'm part of the Color Fusers blog hop, and I wanted to share with you quickly how I made this card. We are using these colors this time: Pear Pizzazz, Grapefruit Grove, and Night of Navy. And this is the card that I came up with. It is using the needlepoint or the needle and thread stamp set, and along with that goes the Needlepoint Elements framelits. And I'm going to be using the large flower, the smaller flower, and the leaves for this. And in fact, I've already cut these out for us. We're going to be using 3 of the large flowers in Night of Navy, 5 of the smaller flowers in Grapefruit Grove, and then I have 6 of the leaves already cut out using those framelits, just in the interest of time. So let me also tell you that this stamp set is in the Occasions catalog, and it is on page 39. It's the Needlepoint Nook Suite. So they have lots of samples, the stamp set, the framelits, and then some other things that go with it. The Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper is just beautiful. The paper that we're going to be using today for the base of our card, we'll be using Thick Whisper White. This has been cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and folded and burnished with my bone folder. And then we're also going to use a piece of the Nature's Poem Designer Series paper. This has been cut at 4 1/4 by 5.5 so that it will cover the entire front of the card. So let's go ahead and talk about how we get the design on our card. And let me just show you quickly. This is the stamp that I used for the large flower, and this is the stamp for the smaller flowers. These are distinctive stamps, so you see all of that difference in those flowers. And then this one is the one that was used for the leaves. And notice that it comes in the 2 parts. The framelit that cuts that out is long and cuts out those 2 parts as well. And for this design that's been stamped on the card, we're going to use this stamp and the Night of Navy. So before I open that, in order to know where to stamp this, I made a little pencil mark on my paper, and I'm going to use my grid paper and the heavier lines right here, and I'm going to put my paper so that it is 6 boxes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to take my straight edge and just lightly make a pencil line across there. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. 6. Make sure that's straight. And then a light pencil mark there. And that's going to help me know where to make those stamps. Okay. So I'm going to stand up and hopefully I'll be able to see. So I'm going to ink that up and put that along the edge of the pencil mark. And just keep re-inking. And line that up as I go across. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn it around and do the same thing. You can see this one's off center, but I'm just going to go across this side and it'll end up being the same but opposite. And I think that'll be fine. so now we're ready for the placement of our flowers. And the way that the leaves work on this, the large flower will fit right on there. So I'm going to take my glue dots and just put a couple here in the center of that and go ahead and put my blue flowers on there. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and place my blue flowers on here. I like to go with the bigger things first, and I'm still just going to use my glue dots with this. I'm going to put this one so that that green kind of covers up that pencil mark that goes out toward that way. And then I'm going to add this next one over in here a little. And then the third one I'm going to put over near the other side, kind of up and down as it were. And I'm going to kind of put it so that that covers up that pencil mark that went out that way. So now what I need to do is fill in with the Grapefruit Grove flowers. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut these pieces off so that they're single pieces of greenery. And those will go behind my orange flowers. So I'm going to just use a glue dot and stick my flower there. Now for this one over here, I think I'm just going to stick it right in there. I don't know that it really needs any leaves on it, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a lift with a dimensional. And I'm going to stick it underneath those leaves. That'll give those leaves just a little bit of a lift also. So that takes care of that end of things. Okay. And then this one, I'll put a few glue dots on that. And I'm just going to put it over in here. I'm going to let it go over the navy blue flower just a little. And then I'll attach some more leaves here. Oops, getting ready to put the glue dot on the wrong side there. And I'll add that down in there. And then I think these last two flowers I'm going to put on dimensionals. Let me put some glue dots on these larger leaves. Oops. I'm going to put that one going up in here, and I may try to go up under in there a little bit for that. And then that leaves one more flower. I think I'll put the larger leaves on that one. And I'll put that on a dimensional also. So you can see I'm just going to put that right under in there. And that covers up all of that space. Okay? Now we're ready for the saying. The saying that goes on here is also from the Needle and Thread stamp set. It says, "Happiest birthday to you." And I'm just going to use a little 1/2-inch strip that I have left over from cutting out insides of cards. Okay, not too bad. And I'm just going to cut this along the edges. And then I'm just going to use glue dots to put this on. I just realized I left my glue in the other room. Okay, so there's the saying, and then I use the linen thread to make my bow. I do use a bow maker, and I'm just going to roll up a glue dot and add that to the corner there. And then I wanted to also show you that if you use your bone folder on these little strips, you can actually curl them a little bit. If you like. Okay, so now what we would do is add glue, which I was positive I had and I don't have. You just add glue and glue this to the front of your card. Now on the inside of this card, I have a saying, "People like you make the world a better place." This is also from the same stamp set. And then what I did on the inside was cut a mask in order to stamp this. I stamped the blue first, the Night of Navy flower first, and then I stamped on a sticky note and cut that out and adhered it straight on top of this. And then I went ahead and stamped the smaller ones. For the leaves, I stamped just this end on the green and stamped those. And then you take the mask away. So there you go. Just a quick little video telling you about arranging the flowers on the card. Thanks so much. If you need any supplies, I would love for you to go to lovetocreate.typepad.com and order for me. I would love to be your demonstrator. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.